Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Grabbing my coffee here. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe. If you're a comer backer, welcome. As you can see, I haven't brushed my hair this morning. I got up. Um, I've been dealing with some things. Happy Martin Luther King Day, by the way. The mail is not being delivered today. So, as you all know, yesterday Chloe got my mail, and anyways, I got a story for you. Okay, so Chloe, of course, gets pissed last night, right? Gets pissed, right? So I finally wanted my sandwich last night, right? So first of all, Chloe's sitting there, right? She spends like $10 on mushrooms, right? These giant portobello mushrooms, right? So I said to Chloe, make sure to put them in Ziploc. Right? Yeah, right? She let him go to waste. Wasteful food, right? I said, as a prepper, what'd she say last night? Oh, well, if I need food, I'll just take your fucking food. You can go fucking hungry, right? No one cares about me. Right? That was her answer, out of anger. So she wastes food, doesn't give a shit, right? So I turned around and told her to clean the fridge up. She goes into the fridge last night and it's starting to smell again. I said, then clean the fucking fridge up, right? Well, wait a minute. Well, if you don't do your fucking chores today, what you do? Dishes? Oh, I did all the laundry. No, she sat on their computer all day, basically, right? Half the dishes are done, and she's destroyed the dishwasher. She wants me to budget for a new dishwasher. I have to go. One of these days, we're gonna go through the right. The management is not even telling us we can have it. The manager's not telling us anything. So, anyways, so last night, right, I turned around and I um got a little bit lightheaded and sick. Oh. So apparently I get these emails right from time to time, and it's like telling me the what's on sale. It's like what's on sale, right? It's like you can get Civilization 6 and this for $20, right? I keep thinking about buying it, but it's got to be budgeted, right? That's why I have a budget planner, right? I love Mama Pee Wee's answer last night. Don't pay 25. While I'm teaching Chloe today lessons on value and stuff. But this morning, let's see, is there any topics this morning? Let's look it over because I know we have some stuff to do this morning. I don't know what. By the way, I used some stickers last night. Actually, they supply stickers, so I put stickers in like payday. I mean, look at this, just to be funny, right? Right, little stickers. See, that was exactly. It's like payday shopping. I love that, right? So, anywho, so this is 12 calendar months. I'm on. I'm just going to utilize it as a not month to month. I'm just making my own month to month because I started late. So today is okay. So got to do that tomorrow. Got to email that. Okay, so all these have to be done tomorrow. So we just move this down to Tuesday because of holidays. So we go. All right, so then let's see. We got YouTube right here for Monday. I drink plenty of water, by the way. Water. All right. So so today's plan is spreadsheets a little later. You take a break. I don't know what's gonna happen. We all got to do something. Chloe, of course, has to clean this freaking mess up. She didn't even. She moved the bags and threw them somewhere else. That's all she does. She doesn't give two shits about people. It's just like throw here and throw there. But anyways, so last night I threw up. By the way, the last of my beer went down the toilet. Yeah, it went down the toilet. Why? Because it was the way it is. And Chloe's like, you need a bath. You need to take a bath. Oh well, I would, but some son of a bitch keeps taking the fucking hot water, and the water's getting. The other day, Chloe's in the shower, right? She's like, the water is so warm. Literally, the water is so warm. Then they turn around and they tell us we burned out the water tank because Chloe had that 45-minute quick dishwasher cycle. That's the newest thing. They just can't blame anyone but themselves for it. I know Trudeau is going to be like, oh, well, what about the bullshit? Bullshit starts. The bullshit starts. You know how it is. They can blow it out someone's chili hole. They can blow it out of Trudeau's chili hole. So another funny thing is I emailed Chloe's mom. Apparently, Chloe's mom is been completely and thoroughly quiet. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm going to contact, actually I might do it today, do my business emails today and let them trickle in over the week. That might work. I might do my spreadsheets. I'm going to check the list, checking the spreadsheet, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Yeah. So apparently these are the only 3 left. So if I crank out, yeah. So if I crank these 3 out today, I can start the next batch off. The next batch off. Or I can just change over to the other set and then use this last set as the last 3 because they're so huge. Maybe I can do it that way. Whatever, right? So this entire week's going to be spreadsheets spread out over my games. I'm hoping to get through freaking winter in my game. This year it's been long because a lot of people said that the last gym's been a real pain to get. They just say they just randomly go through like one floor, and then if it's not there, they go through another floor, and if it's not there, I mean, literally, I don't want to waste 6 more real days to go through floors 0, which is easy. Then you got 40, which I've cracked too many times. So it says the Kappa jewels are less scarce than the Goddess jewels. Goddess jewels are a freaking piece of cake. 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 160, 180. I've cracked floor 0, 255. That leaves 40, 60, 80, right? 120, 140, 160, and 180. And I've cracked 120 easy. I've cracked 40 easy. I've cracked 60 easy. I got 255, 180, 160, and 140. So I'm thinking we're missing 120 or 140. So I can try 120 and I can try 140. If it ain't 140, I can go to 160. But 160 is easy because the elevator's at 150. So I have to stop at 100 and work down 40 floors, and then I can go to 60. So you see, it's kind of pain in the butt just to find one. So for you preppers out there this morning, don't overly drink. Okay, that's your first tip. Second tip is always make sure to feed your friends. And before you ask friends, I told Chloe to clean this damn mess up too. She doesn't care. That's the thing. She's a selfish little turd. I mean, he's living in Phil. Hi, Ebo. Wish I could just let him run around. The dog, Yeah. Okay. Hi. So let me get some more coffee. Gotta take care of 2 things this morning. Give me a second. So I have a couple suggestions for you guys. There. So, let me tell you, for coffee time with Rita this morning, right? So I told Chloe, right? She took the shopping list. She got everything except cornbread makings, right? Didn't get cornbread making. And didn't get, are you ready for this? More paper towels. Or milk. She said, oh, I can do the milk today. Really? You see, Chloe's plan is to go out as much as possible, right? My plan is not to let her. So this morning, my phone's over there, and then we will how's my day so far? Don't know, lady. Sometimes I think we got scammers. Yep. Uh, so someone says to me, "Oh, how is your morning?" Whatever. Yeah, has anyone ever seen what upsets me this morning? I'll tell you, it really does, right? I loved Zoe last night, right? She was funny, right? She leave a comment to me like, talk to you tomorrow with a question mark. No. Why did I say no as a joke? Because she never got back to me about having fallen and you can't get up type thing, right? The thing is, it's Monday, so she should be focused on her book. Okay, she might be mad at Trudor too. I mean, she might be mad at me because I said, look, we got too many inner bickering people. You got Chloe literally saying that Zoe's is her dad in disguise. Yeah, that's something that we can talk about. So Chloe says, I don't trust Zoe. I trust Zoe, but Chloe doesn't believe in Zoe because Zoe apparently is Chloe's dad. Yeah, that little internal joke there. You know, yeah, something ain't stirring the Kool-Aid, man. All right, so then you have, um, Piper. He's disappeared. You know, apparently, Piper's disappeared. We got Teldor. He's cool. Pee Wee's awesome. Teldor, Piper. Then you have Chloe turning around and trying to find out, Chloe's upset at something. So she's trying to find out something about a person who has been, she claims is stalking her. Some person she claimed that she threw on their ass. There's two sides to the story. I don't remember the second side. I just don't want to interfere, because frankly, it's like, I've heard both sides. There's nothing I can do about it. Just leave me the hell alone, right? And then you have other things going down the pipe too. Yeah. So my Google Voice, right? I could use that as a backup, but I'll check my balance anyway. So, this morning we're gonna be talking about prepping. We did a 2-hour prep vid yesterday, or was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. We actually went through the preppers. I got my comments thing here, just in case Oh no, phone's right here. See, I'm not even with it this morning. I got this here for Zoe, and then I got this here for and then I got to charge this up because I left it on last night. Dad didn't answer the phone, so I was like, okay, cool, Don't remember that one. And I was like, oh well. So I called Higgins and I were talking about different things. I could do the spreadsheets this morning. I'm still debating what I want to do, but I do like my breaks in between. And I guess Chloe Chance get her damn shower in, but the damn hot water is the problem. She's like, so who knows what's gonna happen, And then Teldor, he's cool. And then you got, but the manager, she's basically really, And then on top of all this, right? You know what the freaking problem is? I'll tell you what the freaking problem is, right? So the manager, right, doesn't send any info. It's like they just swept it under the rug, right? And the manager's not researching Chloe and can remove Chloe from the least due to Chloe being a tick turd. And yet, Chloe still being a pain in the ass, right? Here's my ear cleaner. You know when your ears are giving you trouble, that's when you basically grab 4 Q-tips, clean your ears. So, Chloe's like, so, anyways, I gotta check my balance soon. Because, I'm making sure my balance is good. One of the secrets of budgeting is always check your balance, of course, Of course, son of a bitch basically does his own thing, Yep, need to clean. Needed to clean. I just can't believe how waxy this one gets. The left right ear is always giving me trouble from birth. And this thing you can probably holds out 5 gallons of wax if you know what you're doing. Alas, air wax. Remember the body bursts of beans from Harry Potter? Hear about that guy that's basically a tranny to get in trouble apparently? Taking out J.K. Rowling and then putting their own title or something to a book because they're refurbishing like the Potter books and they're like read whatever and they're like, oh yes, I mean, to me, it's like a bunch of bullshit, It's like, in your opinion, why, And J.K. Rowling, everyone's got beef, right? Some people like Joe, some don't, To me, I think Joe Rawlings is fine. In my opinion, if she wants to be anti-whatever, let her. I mean, literally, she says trannies can't breathe. Here's the problem, okay? I'll tell you the problem. The whole problem with this, all right, in the news is she's got an opinion, okay? She may be a billionaire, okay? But I'm not going to impose on Miss Rawlings, all right? You can sit there and say, oh, Miss Rawlings is mean. And no, she isn't. She's speaking her mind, all right? Like me, all right? So here's how I see it, okay? You got Miss Rawlings. Miss Rawlings says, a man's a man, a woman's a woman, and a man cannot have periods or give birth, so they're not real women. Then you got Joe's counterparts saying, oh, well, they're a real woman. They act like women. Really, they're not a real woman. That's the thing. Why don't we all just say we're all fucking human beings, okay? We're real human beings. We can't say male or female because of it. If they started turning around and saying sex is only done for bathrooms, right? But everything else is H for human beings, I would be quite happy. Why? Because frankly, they can't just say X, Y for gender fluid, and XX for male and X or female. And I mean, literally, the thing is communism is basically you're chipping away at everyone's rights, And I was telling this to Sister Teddy, for example. You see, when you sit around and you're prepping, right? You're prepping, you're doing whatever. Yeah, I hear that. Brink. That's my email address saying you got my email, but nothing from anyone from AOL to this morning yet. Someone will email me, probably tell me tonight, you shouldn't have thrown up, or whatever, oh, you need to take a shower, Rita, before Chloe gets out of bed, blah, 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 something stupid, but this morning is coffee time with Rita. But anyways, let's get back to the whole discussion with Joe, right? So Joe Rawlings basically says, and I support it. Why? It's my God-given rights to support it. I support myself, okay? I support my beliefs, okay? And I'm not going to let no pecker-wooded son of a bitch man in a dress tell me that I have to accept the peckerwood son of a bitch man in a dress being a fucking peckerwood who's a woman. I don't have to accept it. I can say I'm a woman, but you're a fucking man in a dress. See? Now, Joe can turn around and say, well, you're born both, but you're still a man in a dress. Okay, that's fine. Why? Because we have our own opinion. I can tell you that every possible tranny in the fucking world is all men. They all, I have their facial surgery and they have sex with men. Guys got to do. Hasn't anyone ever realized that trannies do what they do because it's all about sex? Yeah, it's all about sex. They got tired of fucking taking care of a woman, so they fucking decided, oh, I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be a woman now. I'm gonna skip paying child support and be a woman. Oh yeah, look how beautiful I am. Yeah, oh look, everyone wants me. Every penis wants to be in me. Oh, I'm so hot. I mean, come on, really. That's what they want. They fantasize of having nothing but nuts in them. I'm sorry to say, dude, but there's a problem in this country. And the problem is big. The problem is too big, you see. So Chloe's was looking at me funny, for a minute. Not going to be littler. We're not talking about her. We're talking about men in dresses. She probably thinks, Rita said, hey, I'm a man in dress. You already know my opinion on Chloe, okay? I don't have to explain it again and again and again, okay? And then you get these shits like Reagan's Truth who emails says, oh, you're jealous of Chloe's look. No, I'm not. You know why? Chloe and Chloe's dad are men in fucking dresses. You know why? Because you know how I know what I know. I'll tell you. Because deep down, hey, what's up, Grumpo? It's Grumpo Marks. Hi. Mom, come here. Treat. Nope, he's not interested. He's more interested in guarding Chloe's door. All right, so, anyways. People tell me all the time, okay? And they always ask me, what makes a prepper? Well, prepper is like what makes a woman, right? A prepper is making sure they survive any and all situations, right? Back in the 80s, you lived in an apartment. What'd you prep for? We didn't have earthquakes. And that is something you think about, right? Last night I was sitting and thinking about this, I was thinking to myself, what are we prepping for? Well, out here we have tsunamis, right? A lot of people say, oh, well, there's nothing to happen, right? Let me tell you a story about prepping. Prepping is the main key. We're not talking about Chloe, okay? So prepping is a survival skill, right? Now, a lot of you people sit there you see, as a prepper, you got to ask yourself, okay, several questions, right? As a prepper, I love talking to you guys, by the way, as a prepper, right? You got to look at the geographics and the location, right? Let's break that down. We'll skip the whole. I'll do the whole woman thing in a bit, okay? But the prepper thing is more important. A lot of people turn around, right? And they say, well, what's the point of prepping, right? No, nothing's going to happen, right? Nothing's going to happen, right? Then SHTF, right? Okay, so let's just make a map, mind map for a minute, right? I'm in Washington. Pee-wee's in California. Mama Fanny's in Oklahoma. Higgins in Lansing. Zoe's between Indiana and Ohio. Good map. That's what, between Indiana and Ohio. And basically, she lives in one of those three states, okay? So, Poppy lives in Ohio. Chloe's dad lives in Florida. Chloe's mom's in Ohio. Travels to Arizona and Oregon, right? So you have all these people all over, right? My sister's in Colorado. My other sister's in Alaska, yada, 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 right? You're sitting there thinking, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so let's get to it. So each zone has their own problems. Now, my sister says, in that area, there is no nuclear war, right? Nothing can get to her. She's got clean water. But the problem is my sister's prepping for doomsday. That's what she's prepping for. That's what it is. She lives out in somewhere in Colorado in the desert. She loves it. I live in the desert. I don't have much green grass, but it's so cute. Then you have me. I think I turned my scanner off last night. Tired, I think. Oh, I'll turn it on. I think this morning. Anyway. So, what happened? Right? Hey, what's up, Mop? Huh? Grumpy didn't get in again, huh? Hi. So, let's just break it down for the preppers out there. You got preppers, and you got preppers, right? So, what happens? I'll tell you. Preppers out here in America, right? They turn around and they literally turn around, right? I love all of you, by the way. You guys are awesome. Yeah. So, they all have areas. So, for example, I live out here, right? So I lived in Woodinville, lived in Eastern Washington, lived in Linwood, etc., right? And the only winter times we had that was bad was a few Christmases with no power. Okay, you could say, oh, it didn't matter to me. Game Boy worked, okay? But you sit there and you say, what gives, right? But we had snowstorms. We've had billions of dollars in yachts sink because of the snow loads inside the harbors, in Washington. I've been through some terrible snowstorms, okay? 3 weeks without power, plus wood stove going, camp stove, camp lights, doing everything we could to survive, right? Mom even knew how to light the lanterns herself. I didn't like it. But thing is, we stuck together as family, right? Then and only then, and only what? Hold on. You guys want a free show? What? What is it? Don't you guys just love the free show from Moppy in the mornings? Moppy, our mascot. All right. So, I ordered you some treats last night while drunk, so it should be coming in 17 days, they said. Okay. Good boy. So, anyways, where was I? People, I was talking to you guys about disasters. Yeah. So, for example, I live out here, right? I've seen snowstorms, power outage, right? I've been through a couple hurricanes, not hurricanes, earthquakes, but they're minor, right? Come up, your treat's on the floor. You don't like them? What? You want a different flavor? He takes it with him. Smart dog, right? Okay, so I'm gonna finish up real quick. Give me 1 second. It's not bathroom time. I just gotta do something real quick. So let me tell you a story, guys. So basically, right, you turn around, right, and you turn around, and as a prepper, right, people say, "Good morning." So people say to me, "What are we prepping for?" Right, natural disasters, right. So the problem with natural disasters is a lot of preppers out there. Chloe also saw the whole thing about how the banking collapse could collapse last night. She was kind of, today she's got cleaning to do. I'm gonna basically ride her ass on it. But let me just say, I want to tell you guys a story. Okay, I got to take a bath later today, anyway. Um, anyways, what was I saying? I was interrupted. Sorry. I don't want to lose my thoughts because I can't get them back at times. Yeah, when someone talks to me, my thoughts go in and out, and I don't write it down. So let me just finish. So we have natural disasters, right? A lot of preppers don't prep. A lot of preppers think it's a waste of time, right? So, for example, Chloe thinks prepping's dumb, but in case something happens, she'll just steal my food, right? For example, she won't prep herself, right? But I already have emergency stuff put in place in case the banking system collapses, okay? Chloe, of course, I don't know, right? But we're not talking negative about Chloe, okay? I'm just saying. The autistic, the people that are ADHD, the insane, they're going to get a rude awakening, right? So, anywho, another thing I want to tell you, right, is tomorrow is Chloe's birthday. So I got to pull out the biggest pack of steakies tonight to defrost them. Because tomorrow is stay. Of course, I'm sending Chloe out for a couple items today. She didn't get everything on the shopping list. I told Chloe specifically I need moo. Told her yesterday, milk go. Yeah, I told Chloe, when you get off your asso and you get me fucking cake mix and Frosto, I can make a cake for your birthday. You see, I'm trying to do a little elaborate dinner, right? I got right here. Buy cocktail sauce. See, listen to this right here. Right? Notes. Buy cocktail sauce. Buy steak sauce. You got the wrong steak sauce. Buy frosting. I mean, I'm trying to keep everything under so, we don't, so I just came up with something else I got to talk about. When I come up with ideas, I write it down, see, in the little notes, but thing is, I got to do this, right? People say, oh, well, why? Because it's part of prepping, okay? This is why you keep a journal. You sit there and you think. And if you remember something, you put it in. You don't remember something, you don't put it in. you know. Okay, so yeah, so you know. So a lot of you preppers, right? You turn around and you turn around and what happens, right? You sit there and you don't prep, right? You don't. You say, oh, well, Washington has earthquakes. We're safe. We're safe, right? We're safe. We're safe, right? Well, that's what it is. We are safe. I always double check on the other. Each book has different things that needs to be done. You know what the real problem is? I tell you, the real problem is really trying to get things in order. Literally. I mean, there's so many things you need to do and so little time to do it. You know, like I gotta do research on dishwashers. Might just get the same brand. You know, got to do research on shopping cart. Got to get at least two of those. You know, that's $200 some dollars. I got to get other items. And yet. Anyways, I'm gonna check my balance real quick. So I got to charge the phone this morning. Um, Chloe not tap into hers. She's it is what it is, but still I make a mistake from time to time, I'll admit it, but the book's coming in handy. What do you think? I checked my balance this morning. It wasn't about sending Chloe after breakfast or something. I don't need the hot bar. I am just checking on, my balance because they were talking about certain issues, right? Yeah. So, there. Anyways, I'll be using the toilet momentarily, so. I got this idea, people. Right? One of these days, I'm going to sit down when my paper statement comes, right? You guys are probably sitting there going, okay. And I'm going to actually go through how much I spent per month on streaming service. So, shall we get down to business today? I think let's finish our chat. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so Anyways, I have to use a toilet momentarily. So, um, basically, a lot of people go and they buy property throughout the U.S., right? And they buy property and they live anywhere. Like Mama Fanny lives in Oklahoma somewhere, right? She's like, oh, Oklahoma, right? Now, before you sit there and you say, what's the point? Point goes like this, people. The point goes like this, people. Point goes like this, right? If you live in Washington, you might have snowstorms, volcano activity periodically, earthquakes, coastal and flooding in flood areas, right, from torrential rains. But is that it? Yeah. Do you think it's fair? Maybe. But then you turn around and, well, I'll explain it in a bit, right? But you live in California. What do you get? Volcano, maybe a volcano, maybe an earthquake. Is it that bad? We anywhere you go, you can have forest fires, right? That's something that people prep about, right? Forest fires, right? So you got earthquakes, forest fires, floods, mudslides, natural disasters, act of God, right? You have snowstorms. A lot of people don't think about prepping that until it's too late or they panic buy. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back to continue. Your mom didn't email me this morning yet. She hasn't done anything. Completely under the radar, it seems. Yeah, there's something coming down. The pipe isn't there. Yep. And that is? Why did you put me in the roof phone out here? Why would she do that? Why would she do that, huh? Because she wants to not be a roof until morning. She thinks that I need for it. You want to say red on the complex stuff. Yeah, she wants what? Wants me in a group phone. Is that what she told you? One time she did. The thing is, like you said, nationwide group homes full. Now even the mental inpatient clinics are full. Yeah. They can't commit anymore. Look at Nancy Older. Yeah. They only entertain him, but they let him go. They don't even where to put him. So, anyways, let me tell you what's going on, people. So, I went in and I told Chloe, oh, you sure that you don't have something coming down the pipe? Hey, Ebo. Hi, baby. He's like resting. So I said to her, I said, well, you don't have something coming down the pipe, because your mom hasn't messaged me yet on emailing. And she's like, I was reading something on the toilet about other issues, See, look at this. I get email and it's like, you got email. It's like, I don't want a freaking email. I don't care about this crap hole email. It's like, you got it. And it's like, no, I don't got it, you see? So, anyways, back to the story. So you got earthquakes, right? You got flash floods. You got all these natural disasters. People say, "Oh, it doesn't happen," and then they say once in a lifetime bomb cyclone comes down. 40 years or 60 years, and people are panicking. Then the water shortage, then the food shortage. People say, "Oh, Then when they prep, then they go back to their old ways. They go back. Oh, it's not going to happen in my lifetime again, or my grandkids' life. I've been through some of the weirdest storms in the last 44 years of my life. And let me tell you, when you prep, you prep. But you know what the problem is in this country? The government turned around and decided to take away people's abilities. I was telling this to Teddy the other day, right? So Teddy said to me jokingly, the government's trying to basically control what you buy. That's true. So the government turns around and tells the poor that don't work, you can only buy groceries. I mean, literally, they want to do a full cryptocurrency or a digital currency because then no one has to worry about a budget. They just can print as much money as they want. Unfortunately, that would mean there's no backing to it whatsoever. So basically, if you look at it from my point of view, there is no backing. By the way, I got to find me a pinch of tobacco in a minute. There is no backing of, so there is nothing backing the currency. The gold standard is not backing the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is not backing, So the point is there's no backing. Yeah. So point being is there's no backing, and so people aren't worried. There's no backing, right? A little chunky. So this lady messages me right on Instagram. I think it might be a scammer, right? Was saying something like, you own rabbit? Is yabbit food? No, rabbit ain't food. I had one with me on my shoulder, I wish I could just mount him on my shoulder and keep him there, put him on a hat, and one just sit on my hat, anyway, so we get moving. All right, so a lot of people turn around and they buy. Gotta get some better pants. That's the other thing. So the other day I asked Chloe to go down to the thrift store, and she's all right. She says, "Oh, I'll go once a month, get you a pair of pants." She hasn't done it 2 months, 3 months. I was like, lady, the thing is that she does that to delay on laundry, right? I'm about to freaking... You know what I told Zoe the other day? I told Zoe the freakingest, funniest thing the other day, right? Zoe and I are talking, right? And I said to Zoe, I'm thinking of just kicking myself in the ass and doing it myself. Zoe said you should. Yeah. So apparently my can of dip went missing. Oh, it's over here. See, I can't even find that thing. Is there anything in here? Yeah. So apparently, there we go. So, goes like this, right? So, tell Zoe I'm thinking of just freaking kicking someone's ass, right? Verbally, not mentally. And kicking someone's ass, basically, mentally, not... I don't hurt people, And just basically doing the damn job myself. Evil kid. Fine. I'll follow back because I'm being polite. Fine, follow the freaking lady too, just because. Whatever. Don't care. Anyways. All right, so I told Zoe, I'm literally thinking of just freaking, I took away my card, right? I mean, Chloe cash, right? And I want to teach her how to balance a budget today, right? Fortunately, I'm going to sit down with Chloe once she goes through that, shows me this pile of clothes so we can donate stuff, right? And I'm going to tell Chloe specifically how to budget this. I went through this yesterday. It tells you your expenses, right? I made a joke the other day thinking about sending Zoe one of these for herself, but I don't think Zoe would want one anyway. She can do it. She's good on her own, Anyways, so that's my goals right here. I might buy a couple more of these for future reference, but just to tell you exactly the amount. See, let me just show you, right? This February, right? It says here, how much is your bills? And how much is your thing? And that's groceries, dining out, student. You can actually do this. It's your monthly budget, right? And then a total, right? If you cut out everything here, you can live basically better. My husband used to say that too. My husband used to say, cut out everything, you can do more. But the reason you can cut out certain things like student loan is because I don't have student loan. I don't have my hobbies and my radio. So you buy a radio, listen to it. No. So once I start that. And this one's like a purse version, just, There's this thing I was watching the other day. Oh my God. It was like a purse version of counting calories. Yeah. And then, what you do here is you basically turn around, right? And you fill in the rest of your bills here for your travel plan. And then it'll say like monthly home and then upcoming bills and then pay. I got healthcare, entertainment. Entertainment could be like movies and stuff, but the point is uh, do you literally want to spend money for entertainment purposes? Me, I don't know. So, anyways, well, yeah. So last night, like I said, people are asking them. There. So, anyways, I'm just messaging. I got comments coming in through different channels. By the way, we do have a Discord channel for all of you who want to send me live comments through Discord, and you don't want to use live, you can use Discord. That's another way you can reach me. I think my Discord, I got to set the Discord up, the link for you guys. Changes every week, so if you guys want to join Discord, feel free to. It is a good thing to do. Okay, my email just came in, so I'm trying to get through some stuff here this morning. A lot of people are asking me, what's going on with the world, and I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of people out there not willing to part with funding. Okay, so apparently a lot of people have asked me about different things. I emailed a couple companies Sunday. So you know, but yeah, back to the thing in the story. Okay, the storyline arc for today is a lot of people are panic buying and prepping in case of a disaster, right? Like that cyclone bomb, right? Then you have these people turn around, then they prep for whatever else, right? They say, "Oh, this is gonna happen or that's gonna happen," right? Then God unleashes 35 tornadoes in the south, killing at least 7 to tell people, look, I'm releasing I'm really, ooh, this looks good. Where do I get this? Hmm. So apparently this lady here is making Peking duck. Oh man, I'd love to try fresh Peking duck. I know if Zoe's watching, the ducky, she's gonna be like, yeah, a duck, once in a while a succulent duck. Got an email about duck, so you know what? I'm like, you know what? I might have to actually see how much it costs. Give me the duck. Mm. Peking whole roasted goose. I want to see the details of the goose and the duck because the goose looks good. I don't care about the video. I just want to know how big this is. So you got a tea smoked duck. Okay, 2 pounds. I don't want 2 pounds. Huh? How big is the is the goose. 7-pound goose. Dude, what's with the small goose? I mean, doesn't anyone ever have something bigger than that? Yeah, well, but back to my discussion of prepping, right? So you got all these people, they're sucking up the water now. They're basically panic, right? They're panic buying, right? They're panic buying when it comes to groceries, right? And that is the real problem, right? They sit there and say, "Oh, nothing's going to happen." The bomb cyclone hits us, then 35 tornadoes hit the something like that, you know. Yeah, and you got like 35 tornadoes hitting down south. People say, "Oh, those Southerners, they believe in the Confederacy and they believe in Donald Trump. Let them have tornadoes rip their houses out." Yeah, I've heard that all up here. So, anyways, making jokes, someone saying just watch me on your TV or under a blankie on your computer, whatever, right? So, I'm not sitting here and being negative. I'm not trying to be funny when it comes to like, the whole, barbecue the people, right? My point is the American people need to realize, right, that, um, that I'm there for you, right? And you say, "Oh, Rita's not there for us." Rita's always saying she's there for us, but she's not there. Actually, I am there for you all. So I was just checking on shipping dates. People say to me, "Hey, Rita, what's the shipping date?" End of the month. See, I'm trying to look up some items I want to get, but the problem is to buy these items, they'll be coming after the fact that supposedly Chloe's mom's coming. Now, I actually emailed Chloe's mom, and I made a joke with Chloe, and I said, "Well, what goes with the you know, I made a joke saying, well, mom hasn't messaged me. You and your mom in cahoots again, or is it you guys got some secret plan?" Chloe said, "Oh, I don't have anything." So, because I was making a joke, Chloe was making a joke, and I was like, "Well, what's the plan?" She's like, "I don't know." So, anyways, so a lot of you preppers out there, you sit there and you email me, and I emailed Collie and I said, "Hey, you want me to make steak? What do you want me to do? You want to spend time with Chloe herself? You want me to leave you alone? You just give me the word and I'm golden, right?" Because I've been always fair to Colleen. Chloe, on the other hand, has not been fair to her mom. So to me, it was just being a shout out, and 12 days, right? 12 days to go, right? 12 days and no email. It's like stitchily. I mean, it'd be like me not contacting Zoe, and I have Zoe gave, I think Zoe gave me her email address. I don't remember, but let's just say I asked for it, I get it. She's got Google Voice. She can text me. We'd stay in the loop if I was going out that way to pass through to say see Poppy, where she's at. And the point is it's only a proper thing. Like, oh, you want to do a drink and communicate that way. But when someone does it, I mean, in this day and age, okay, let me just tell you what I talked about yesterday. I know, um, there's people out there, right? And they're glued to their damn phone. I mean, look, I have my phone up, right, because I got notification. I got a scammer on Instagram, and then I got my Discord buzzing this morning. Okay, so someone was just telling me, well, it's none of your damn business what they said. Okay, someone was talking. I made a joke. Someone, one of my friends, okay, a guild mate on my guild said something about doing laundry, right? And I said, oh, I did that yesterday, and I figured they basically bite back with, oh, you're not supposed to do laundry. Well, actually, Chloe did, so we're good. So today we're gonna go through clothes. We got to get through those clothes. We got to. I got a game still. I got to get through winter. This is the first time I've actually stretched winter out. But Chloe's like, "Oh, keep making money." The thing is, I'm trying to find out which floor I missed for the for that last gym. I should focus on one floor a day and just get it done. And go to sleep and then reset the game and then go down to the floor 60 and then reset again and then go down to floor 80 and then reset again and then go down to floor 120 and then 140 and 160. And if I can't find it in those 6 slots, then it's not on floor 1 and it ain't on floor 255. I love 255. I always rack up about 120,000 a round, so I can go down there 3 or 4 times, just make a killing on money, and mining's pretty good. But the thing is, I really enjoy farming, farming part. So, shall we continue? So anyway, so these preppers, right? A lot of preppers aren't really prepping. That's the thing. Because they live in areas, okay, and like I said, the point being is they say, oh, like for example, like I said, the beautiful Zoe lives in 3 states. Okay, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio. So basically, one of those 3 states. I'm not choosing. I'm not telling you which one. Okay. If she wants to post something, she can. She always talks about going to Chicago. But anyways, my point is people there aren't prepping much because what do they got to prep? What is it? Windy City. Concrete Jungle. Welcome to the Concrete Jungle, where it's fun and games. Do. Whatever, right? So basically, the point is, like Piper's in Indiana, right? He works in Chicago, right? He's always talking about working in Chicago. What the hell is that? Oh, that's an ugly person. Ugly. Flannels is not a flannel. Uh, so someone says, "Oh, well, tell me about your personality. What do you want to know?" Last night, I made my sister laugh so hard, I think she was falling out of her chair. I never knew I had a sense of humor. Wah, wah, wah. Well, yeah, basically back to the story. Okay, so you got preppers, right? I live out here, right? You see all these movies, right? 2012, the End of Days, or The Day After Tomorrow, or Day After, or all these movies, right? And people just go along with their everyday things. They're walking down the street in New York with a little pocket TV, and they're like, and they're not knowing that, we have cameras, we have satellite cameras, we have all these technology, right? And they could just sit there and pull it up and be like, oh, and New York's going to be hit with a tsunami or something, right? People panic, right? Or they'll leave. But the thing is we got so much technology, people think that the technology to them is a safety. But, for example, preppers say, oh, in 100 years I lived in Kansas, we've not once had a tornado touchdown in our area. I remember one night, we lost the power for a couple of weeks, I think it was. And I was in Australia with the wifey Fiona, right? And we drove to get to the ATM to get cash so we can buy some stuff, right? And what we bought, right, was to do takeout, right? We got our takeout that night. Restaurants are still open, but every 1 second lightning occurred, right? The next morning I turned on the radio because that's all we had available to us. And a tornado touched down in the industrial district, so in Australia, in Melbourne. So that tells you right there that, there is, and I saw a tornado touch down on the other end of once in Australia. So they have tornadoes too. They don't talk about it much. But thing is, and I think it was Newcastle. They all said, "Oh, there's nothing wrong. We live in there," and then an earthquake hit, devastated the town. So the point is if you look at, if you watch the, if you notice my pattern here is people live so comfortable around the United States that they don't think anything's going to happen. I mean, look at Phuket, Thailand. A tsunami hit. So while you guys sit there and you say, "Oh, nothing's going to happen to me," then all of a sudden you lose everything and you wonder why. Because so many people are so comfortable not listening, and then they say, "Well, what's the point of prepping?" Because we live in concrete jungle. It's like I was telling that sister last night. All you gotta do is close the garage doors of a downtown garage, parking garage. It's got several floors underground for cars, and there's no food in there, but you can withstand the after effects of a nuclear blast in there. If the blast was say 100 miles away, you could survive underground like that. But where's your food? But the point is, that's why some of these old bunkers were turned into parking garages. They're still lead lined and everything. They just reused them. But point is people nowadays think that a nuclear war won't happen, or World War III won't happen, or the banking system won't happen, or no, oh, we live in this area, it won't happen. Look at Mama Fanny. She's prepping. Why? Because she's lived through a lot of Mother Nature's worst in Oklahoma. And she knows. And so she tries to teach people, to do these things. And yet some of these people turn around and they, they they literally turned around and it took a month just to get that one package back. Yeah, that coffee cup. Yeah, a broken coffee cup. So nothing now. Okay, so anywho, so people don't prep. They say, "Oh, we have satellites. We have the weatherman. They can tell us. We have the NOAA weather channel on a scanner. We can just hit that and be like, oh, the weather is gonna be, or you can check online. I mean, too many people out there believe in technology. Too many people have faith in their technology over God or over, prepping. Well, you know how many people, okay, growing up in the 80s, right? We've had some wonky stories. I'll tell you a few funny stories. We'd be sitting around at my grandmother's house, right? And Zoe, I know Zoe loves stories. Childhood stories are good. And so, one of the stories I want to tell you is, I'm minding my own business, right? And anyway, minding my own business, right? With my family, Corey and Tara, and not Tara, Corey and Jeremy and Jody and Rob and Bob and all of them. Power goes out. Guys in the basement playing pool. Grandma says, "Oh crap, can't cook dinner, right?" All of a sudden, my aunt, my aunt, right, had this like small house, couldn't hold Christmas dinner at the time. My uncle's house was real small. They moved. Now it's worth probably $1.5 million. Eventually, he's kicking himself in the butt for not selling it. Anyway, so I miss my uncle's old house. I can't even remember where it's at. It was really nice, little house, right? So the story goes, my grandmother would sit there, and my aunt and uncle, they lived like a mile away. Power was out there too. They went to home, checked in, and they said, "Oh, power's out." Well, my mom would sit there. We had a house. That we had apartments, and we had different houses. So my other aunt, she was in Everett. So it's like, well, my house is small, can't do it. My uncle's house is small, can't do it. My grandmother's got no power. And my mom was had a house in Linwood on, with her boyfriend at the time. He was kind of rude to me. He thought I was a spoiled kid, because they he gave me a master bedroom and everything else, but he was one of those demanding, that I stay and my mom's like, "No, my kid gets TV, my daughter gets TV. Your roommate that you were in a room from gets his TV. You can have the TV in the fucking den. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing everything." My mom and them lived for years there, several years as a kid. I didn't like him. His name was Jerry. But my mom would say to Jerry, "Look, you're driving the fucking car. I'm going to be sitting in the side seat, kids in the back watching TV, and we're going to go to your place and do Christmas dinner. We have power." Eventually, the relationship failed, and so my mom moved out, right? And I don't remember where we moved from there. I think we were then Grandma for a while, moved within Jerry, and you know, because one of my best friends growing up in school, Gina, she lived next door to Jerry's old place. Jerry was there until he died. So when Jerry was out with time one day and the bus driver, I said, "Hey, bus driver, we all called her bus driver." Me and Gina called her bus driver mom. She was cool. She had twins. I got up, walked in there, and Jerry was there. I said, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" He said, "Oh, who are you?" I said, "I'm Rita." Well, Rita's kid. And he was very polite. He said, "Oh, yeah, yeah." I said, "Oh, we live over down the hill, because my bus driver had to pick me up first every morning because, we lived way out when we had a different house. We had so then, Jerry said, "Well, where's your mom working?" And I said, "Oh, she works this place." Oh, so Jerry he came by our home one night, and, mom was friends with him, but, she had like friends that were ex-boyfriends, and she was dating a plumber, great guy out, but, we had this house, and several years power goes out. When we had this big house, mom would be like, "I'm going to get in, drive over," and she rented a house for a guy, Dave, and Dave left. So she kept the place for herself. It was like $500 a month. She got, the house was basically paid on my dad's, side on SS, the disability part. So my mom paid the rent, and then like $500, $600 a month went towards my clothing and stuff, games, whatever. And, I was taught, so when Christmas time, before my grandmother died, we had power outages, we had snowstorms, we had all this stuff. We were out in a little country area. And, going to school, it was like I had to go to school. My mom when things happened at this one school, she transferred me to another school closer to her work. And I had my old teacher from kindergarten through fourth grade. Fifth grade, I was a thing. Fifth grade was nothing wrong. Sixth grade was problems, got sexually assaulted in a school sponsored camp. So mom transferred me because I was different to the school where she went into this one school, and she said, I'm transferring my kid, right, for the last 3 months of of this other school, and that's where I saw my best friend. He was transferred out too, and we went to my teacher who set me up with another school, which was, seventh grade in another school, and the seventh grade was another school halfway across town. It's like small bus here. We had to go. I don't even remember where it was. I could Google Maps now because I can explain it, right? So, I'm going to do that actually this morning to tell the story, right? Yeah, here we go. My old house right there. Let me look at my home. So apparently they repainted it yellow. So see, Dad still owns the house apparently. When was this taken? 2018. Yep, yellow. I'm just looking at it. So I guess he still has got his van in the back apparently. He's got his garage. It seems his van's still there, and he's driving it. So Uncle Rick's truck's there. I can see Uncle Rick's truck. He's a Dodge man, so I see Uncle Rick's living there too. His van's in the back. So this was done 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So yeah, 2018. And I guess Uncle Rick changed out from a fifth wheel to a camper. So he's got two car garage he built, and you know I guess they installed new windows too. Apparently, that's cool. So they got windows. They put more windows in everywhere, I guess. And his dad did the roof, so his dad still owns it. But anyways, let's just do directions, right? So go directions. There we go. So apparently it is um oh, it's only 5.5 miles. Damn, it took a long 5.5 miles felt really freaking long a long time ago. Yeah, yeah, that's an interesting concept. Yeah, you know. So, yeah. Anyways, uh, so I'm looking at my dad's house. He's got a home in Woodby Island. There's a tax prep program here. You know, yeah. 207. What's this 207 zip code? That's an interesting 207. Maine? Huh. That's funny. Yeah, well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. $100 old? Wow. How's he living? Still there? Figures. Hold on. Hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, seems my dad still has 2 houses. One of these days I should write him, But, anyways, the story goes that, we don't see eye to eye. Um, so, maybe I'll take some time and write him. Maybe that'd be a good idea. But, anyways, so power goes out, right? Didn't know it was 5.5 miles. So. So, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, you got these preppers, you got more preppers, you got more preppers, right? No, is there any coffee here? Nope, gotta get some more. And you got more preppers, right? And because you got prepping, you have to realize, that you got to prep for any situation. Power goes out, you prep. So, you got to prep as much as possible. Story is keep on prepping, people. I mean, a lot of people don't prep because they don't feel like prepping. They don't think prepping's good. They think it's dumb or prepping's not good, or prepping's whatever, It's like, oh, we're going to prep only for, you got to prep for any, the thing is, it's like one time I read a report where not in most families don't even $400 emergency money. They rely on credit cards, but then they max their card out and then say, "Oh, my car broke down. How am I going to pay it?" It's like, well, you max your credit cards out to pay for your family's Christmas. Christmas is an overhyped whatever. So okay, well, anyways, I can go on and on and on about prepping, but you guys understand the whole story, right? I gotta do some stuff. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button so some fun for your family, including your dogs, cats, your bunnies, service dogs, service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button, and keep the comments nice, all we ask. And I will be back when I do my spreadsheets later. Okay, thank you, and God bless you in everything you do.